Hello? Hello?
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. We have expected number, so let's start. Um, just a minute. Let me share my chart with us. Um, okay, yes. Okay. So once again, good afternoon. Welcome to today's edition of the live trading session. We're not going to waste time at all. Not going to waste time at all. This is the dollar index. Let's check it out. See what we have for today. So yes, this is dollar index on daily time frame. We had some level of news that came out, and that news was kind of positive, give some level of strength to the dollar. You can see the dollar actually trading bullish. But I want you to understand that if you look at the dollar on the daily time frame, you can see that bearish pressure. Remember, and we talked of the fact that sometimes the formation of these candles like this can give you a can show you what the market is likely going to do. And what do we mean? If you check on the dollar index, you can see that we have more of lower highs like this. We have more of lower highs that show that there's a lot of bearish pressure from this point like this. A lot of bearish pressure. Our line is going down. Now, also another thing is that on the daily time frame for Friday yesterday, price seems to be doing like a higher low. So we have lower high, we have higher low, and I feel that the market is likely going to dance within this zone. Tomorrow is very eventful. Tomorrow in the evening there will be FOMC data by 7 p.m. On Thursday. Sorry, on Friday there will be NFP data also. So it's going to be a very eventful day, right? In terms of trading, and that's why it's very possible that that's why the market, although there have been some good movement in the market, but that's why the market has seemed like it's not really made any progressive move. Okay, but it's still no doubt that there is a lot of bearish pressure in the market, and whatever dollar is doing rising up like this, I expect that before the news, it will likely head back down, right? So that's the daily time frame. We'll move on to 1 hour, where you will notice that my trend line that I drew actually passes through price right now, and you see how the dollar is kind of retracing from that point. Okay, I feel like from this point the dollar is going to do some further levels of retracement. Okay, I feel like the dollar will do some further levels of retracement, and that is why, and that means that most of the instruments that have actually fallen to the strength of the dollar may do some level of rejection, some level of retracement during the US session. Okay, so unless price can break above here, unless the dollar can break above this point here. Unless the dollar can break above this point here, we'll still expect it to actually fall back towards this zone, right? We expect it to fall back towards this zone. Remember, we looked at it on the daily time frame, and that is how we expect it to look like, right? So if I go to Euro USD, you will notice that personally, on my Euro USD chart, I already had a line where I was looking to sell Euro USD from somewhere here. And, it was a good trade, it was a good trade where price actually sold. Personally, when analyzing Euro USD, I looked out for a sell from here. I also was waiting for a sell from this top part. Say if it does not sell from here, it comes up here, I'll still sell. But we have that, and we have Euro USD kind of pushing up, against the dollar. Now, if that continues to be the case, remember we said that it's very possible that we get a continued fall in the dollar today. If that is the case, we might still see Euro USD actually push up further. You understand? Might see Euro USD push up further. Okay. So what we will likely do is that there will likely be there will be no break. I don't think there will be any break of structure on this 1 hour for today. I don't see price actually breaking this point for today. We have another high impact news that's coming out by 3 p.m. Maybe that can give volatility into the market, but personally, I don't see price actually breaking this particular point here like this. And then if I were to extend this here, all these points like this, I don't see price breaking above. I think maybe FOMC and NFP is what will cause price to actually break above or below this point. Okay, so I don't see price breaking the structure. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean that we have some internal liquidity here. If price, for instance, breaks this place, this is the last low on Euro USD here. Anything that makes price to break this place, I mean price sells below this place. If price sells below this place, then we'll be looking out for a sell. But if price sells below this place, what will happen is that we will likely get something like this. Let me see. We'll likely get something like this. Okay, so if price breaks below this place, right, we might actually have price from, let me mark it. Let's say price breaks below this particular point now. Okay, what price might likely do is to do some level of retracement back up. Okay, what price will likely do is to give us some level of retracement back to the upside. So if price breaks below this point, comes down like this, price may push up. And once price pushes up to retest this particular point, what price will now do from here is to what? To push, to go further down. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is that if Euro USD can break below this point, if it trades below this point, the best thing to do is to retrace towards this place, take liquidity from here, and push down to come and test this particular point here. Okay, so that's what I will actually expect from Euro USD. But going further, since I'm not looking out for price breaking above this point, personally, I will be looking out for a sell on Euro USD from 1.07330. 1.07330. 1.07330. You understand? So I'll be looking out for a sell from this point on 1.07330. That's how I will be trading Euro USD. Personally, I'll be looking out for a sell from 1.07330. You understand? Okay, so 1.07330. Okay, so if I'm looking out for that sell, I could be looking out for 20 pips. You understand? So I'll be looking out for 20 pips. So I'm looking out for a sell from that 1.07330, and I'm looking out for around 20 pips. 20 pips of rejection. You understand? Looking out for 20 pips of rejection. And that place I will now consider selling. That's if I'm selling Euro USD. Remember that we said that it's very possible that we get this continued retracement, in price. So I'll be looking to sell from 1.07330, look out for at least 20 to 30 pips of profit. And that place I can actually look out for buying Euro USD. And that place I can look out for buying Euro USD is from 1.06750. 1.06750. From 1.06750, I can actually consider buying Euro USD with around another 20 to 30 pips of profit. Do you understand here? So 20 to 30 pips, looking out for a sell from around 1.07330. 20 to 30 pips, and looking out for a buy from 1.06750. So for Euro USD, if you're putting it down, you're looking out to sell from 1.07330. You can put a sell limit there. You can wait for price to get there before you place your sell, but you're looking out for a sell from 1.07330. And you're also looking out for a buy from 1.06750, around 20 to 30 pips of profit. And then you can look out for maybe 10 pips or 15 pips of stop loss. Okay, so that's how we will analyze Euro USD. But that's let's move on. Let's check out. Oh, cool. Okay, so let's move on. We looked at Euro USD. Let us look at another instrument. Let's look at AUD USD. Right, let's look at AUD USD. So personally, I was expecting AUD USD. I was looking out for AUD USD at this point on 15 minutes. I was looking out for AUD USD at this point to actually expect it to retrace back up. But what did it do? This is 15 minutes. You will notice that for this point here, AUD USD actually broke structure down to the downside. And what it will likely do is to return to this point to get liquidity, just like I said for Euro USD. To get to this point, maybe retrace to this point, gather liquidity, and most likely head back further down to this point. So for AUD USD, the way I'll trade it, okay, the way I'll trade AUD USD, I'll be looking out for a sell from, let's see, good. I'll be looking out for a sell from 0.65170. So if I'm trading AUD USD, I'm looking at it on the 15 minutes, and what we said is that it has broken structure. What do we mean by that? We mean that if you look at AUD USD, was having lows, gets here, has this low, retraces now, breaks this particular low. It has traded below this low, it has broken it. So what it will likely do is to just retrace towards this point, and from this point, it will likely drop down to give us a lower low to this particular point. You understand? So most times when price breaks structure like that, it will retrace to the next liquidity zone and then head back. So it's very possible that if we are selling AUD USD from here, for selling AUD USD from here, it's very possible that we get up to 20 to 30 pips of profit and around 10 pips of stop loss. Okay, so I should be looking out for selling from 0.65. I should be looking out for selling from 0.65, which is like a sell limit, right? Look like a sell limit. So can be looking out to sell from 0.65 180. 0.65 180. From that place, I could consider selling AUD USD with around at least 20 pips in mind. Okay, at least 20 pips in mind. Okay, at least 20 pips in mind. So I could be looking out to sell my AUD USD from 0.65180, and I look out for at least 20 pips of profit, at least 20 to 30 pips, a stop loss of around 10 pips or 15 pips. Okay, so that is AUD USD. Once again, the reason why we're looking out for that sell at that resistance point is because it has broken structure. It has broken this structure here. So when it breaks this structure, to likely return back there to take liquidity and continue downwards. You get? So that's why we are selling from that point. Okay. So one more currency. I think I got a notice on NZD USD. NZD USD, let's look at it on 1 hour. NZD-USD also has broken structure, and what it is doing right now is retracing. In fact, that retracement is going to be good retracement. You can see that on 15 minutes. On 15 minutes, I even have a divergence. You understand? On 15 minutes, I have a divergence here that is showing that as price is giving this lower low, my RSI is giving a higher low. So this retracement is in order. But considering what price has done on 1 hour and how it has broken this structure, it's very possible that this retracement that is doing, it's just going to gather peak liquidity, gather momentum to continue back to the downside. So the good place where I think that I can sell NZD USD from, if it retraces to, I can sell it from 0.59 290. 0.59 290. I can sell it from 0.59 290. You understand? So I can sell it from 0.59 290. So if I consider selling from that point, I can look out for because if price is going to sell from there, price is likely going to give me a lower low to continue this structure that it has broken, right? So this is around 25 pips here. So I think if I'm selling from that place, I can sell and look out for around 25 pips of profit, 20 to 25 pips of profit. I can put my stop loss. My stop loss can be around 15 pips. I can put my stop loss around 15 pips away. Okay, I'll put my stop loss 15 pips away. Okay, so for NZD USD, I'm looking out to sell from 0.59 290 or 0.59 300. That zone. It's not really about the price, that zone. 0.59 290, 0.59 300. That's just 1 pip difference. So from there, I should be selling with at least 20 pips in mind. I should be looking out for a sell with at least 20 pips in mind. Okay. Final currency that we'll look at is GBP USD. GBP USD, and let's see if this is 1 hour for my GBP USD, and to see what the structure looks like. If there is anything like a break of structure. Actually, my GBP USD has given me this bearish divergence, considering the fact that it's on a downtrend, gave me this bearish divergence, and price seems to be selling from there. Price has also broken structure. Let me show you what I mean. Now, remember that a trend or whatever is made up of highs and lows, right? Highs and lows. So from this point here, price made a high, retraced, made a higher high, right? Now, price retraced to this place. Price is supposed to give us a higher high, but instead it doesn't, and instead it gives us a lower low. Okay, gives us a lower low, which tells us that it's very possible that that structure has been broken and price may have just gone to take liquidity, cover the fair value gap. We can see a fair value gap here on 15 minutes. Cover this fair value gap, and from there head downwards. You understand? So personally, I feel like GU is an instrument that I will still be looking out for a sell. Okay, I'll be looking out for a sell on GU, and the price to look out for my sell on GU, I can consider 1.25 480. I can consider selling from 1.25 480. 1.25 480, and if I sell from there, I can look out for at least 30 pips, at least 30 pips of profit. 30 pips of profit. 1.25 480. I can look out for 30 pips of profit. And that way is, if it doesn't get to that my point to pick that particular trade, I can sell from 1.24950. I can sell from 1.24950 and around 20 pips of profit. 20 pips of profit. So from 1.24950, I can sell for 1.24950, look out for around 20 pips of profit. So for GBP USD, I'm looking at 1.25480 to sell from, with around 30 pips of profit. And I'm also considering selling from 1.24950, with around 20 pips of profit. But I think that GBP USD will still sell. Okay. So that said, let us move on from there. Let's look at our indices. Okay, let's begin with US 500. So US 500, let's give ourselves a clearer chart. Good. Now, for US 500, you'll notice that after price gave us this is 4 hours, after price gave us this bearish trend of consecutive lower lows, price kind of broke structure here, headed down, traded high, okay, and it's currently around this point here. Look at where US 500 is. Where US 500 is like a support. It's like a support to US 500, considering the fact that it has actually done that kind of higher high. Although you will notice that whatever higher high it seems to be doing on 4 hours, our RSI is showing us that the momentum is actually waning, and that means that price is actually on, like, you see, you can see the divergence. Price is looking higher here, but my RSI is giving me lower. We can also confirm it with like our line chart. Our line chart is pointing higher even if our RSI is going lower. So it's very possible that looking at US 500 and looking at that pattern, it's very possible that we get a continuous sell, especially if price breaks that particular support. Now that we have seen that, let's see what the pattern looks like, say on 15 minutes. And see if there's been any break of structure. There's not been any break of structure yet. Why do I say that? This is the last point where price swept and pushed up, right? Normally, if price is going to break this structure, okay, if price is going to break this structure, price will at least come below this point here, to come below this point, and then we'll now believe that, oh, it's about to continue heading upwards. You understand? So personally, looking at US 500 at that place, that resistance is still a problem. Okay, that resistance is still a problem. But we have a strong divergence on 4 hours. So there's a high chance that any point from now, price could actually be rejected back to the downside. Okay, it's very possible that price will be rejected back to the downside. So the best way I would trade US 500 is to look out for a sell from, considering the fact that I saw that divergence on 4 hours, and so a sell is what is likely going to happen. I think that there are two ways I can sell US 500. First of all, I can sell US 500 from 51.15. I can sell US 500 from 51.15. I can sell it up to or down to 51.0, from 51.15 at least to 51.10. 51.15 to 51.10. I can sell US 500 from 51.15 to 51.10 or 51.09 or 51.08, around that place. I can actually look out for selling US 500 there. And that place I can sell US 500 is from 51.45. From 51.45, I can actually sell US 500. If I'm selling it from 51.45, I sell it all the way to 51.35. I sell it from 51.45 down to 51.35. That's how I would trade US 500. So I'm selling US 500 from 51.15. I'm selling it to around 51 10. Okay, 51.10 or 51.09, 51.08. That's where I'll likely stop. Okay, then I will also sell it from 51.45 down to 51.35. I sell it from 51.45 down to 51.35. Okay, so moving on from US 100, let's look US 500. Let's look at US 30. Now, US 30 is something that shows me that it has broken structure, and so I would still expect a sell. Okay, US 500 shows me that it has broken structure because it's currently trading below that particular point, not fully, but it's trading below that particular point. So it tells me it has broken some level of structure. You understand? So it's something that I will be expecting a further sell on US 30. Okay, something I'll be expecting a further sell on US 30. So personally, I can sell from now. I wanted to sell from this place, but I also noticed that we have like a support here. Okay, so I'm going to be going below that point to sell from 38.315. I'll likely sell from 38.315 and I'll sell to around 38.250. From 38.315, I'll sell to 38.250. From 38.315, I'll sell to 38.250. And that thing is that we notice there's a fair value gap here. So the US session begins, my first push price into this zone. And personally, I'm here for it because I really expect that if US 30 pushes into this point here, it's a good place for me to look out for my sell. Okay, so I can look out for myself from 38.490. I can also look out for another sell from 38,490, and if I sell from there, I should be selling at least to 38,420. So let me take that again. Two places I'm going to be looking to sell US30. First place is from 38,310 or 38,315. From that place, if I'm selling US30 from 38,310 or 38,315, I should be selling to around 38,250. Okay, to around 38,250. Now, another places I noticed there's a fair value gap here that US30 might come back to fill and head back down. So I will also be looking out for a sell from 38,490. 38,490, 38,500. Those places, if price trades into that place, I can have a sell limit there at around 38,500, 38,490 to look out for a sell down to 38,420 around that point. To look out for a sell down to 38,420. You understand? Here. So that's how I will trade US30. I feel like there's a lot of bearish pressure and US30 might still head back down. Okay. So that said, now for gold, personally, I've been monitoring gold very well. Okay, I've been monitoring gold very well, and there's still a lot of bearish pressure in gold. A lot of bearish pressure in gold. But what I've said is, and you know, I always say, I've been saying this for at least 2 weeks now, that the best way to actually trade gold, because of the fact that even on 1 hour, we saw how it kept ranging. I said the best way to trade gold is to use the EMA strategy, right? Now, for those persons who use the EMA strategy, at least, yes, there will be 1 or 2 places where it range, but look at how well the EMA strategy has worked for gold, because the gold is in a phase now where it's kind of better to scalp it. I believe that there will be clear direction for gold maybe when FOMC comes out or NFP, but there's a lot of bearish pressure for gold. So the best thing that gold may do, since that gold may likely head back to this point and then head back down. So once again, for gold, be on your 15 minutes. Put your 50-period exponential moving average. Place your 50-period exponential moving average on your chart, okay? Now, immediately price interacts with your 50-period moving average. That means immediately the candlestick touches your moving average. Immediately the candlestick touches your moving average, you begin to count, look out for at least 2 bearish candles consecutive. 2 bearish consecutive candles. Now, once you get 2 candles on 15 minutes, that the first candle closes, the second candle follows, you're going to now you're going to scalp a sell from that point. That's my advice. Okay, so for gold, it's more of so for gold, it's more of that particular scalping. There's bearish pressure on gold, and it may likely continue. So for those persons who do not really understand what I mean by the scalping, this, and we actually had a training on it. So I just dropped a YouTube link to learning how to this one I dropped is actually divergence. Let me give you the you can watch this video to learn more about divergence, but I just dropped another link that will give you access to learning that EMA 50-period moving average I talked about. So just go and watch that video. I explained that strategy there. You know, that strategy, but the video tells you for GBP USD, but it doesn't work only for GBP USD. It works for indices, it works for commodities and all the like. So go watch it and you'll understand a bit more what I actually just explained. Okay. So that's how I will look at trading gold. I'll rather wait for it to retrace towards my moving average, and then I can consider what it will now do. This is oil, and oil has broken structure, right? Oil has broken structure. So what do we do? If you've been following me, you know that the message I've been preaching is that once price breaks structure, you know, most times price will return to that point. Price will return to that point, and what will price do? Price will go back there to take liquidity before he heads further down. So now that gold is actually has broken structure like this, Now that gold has broken structure and seems to be, it has broken this structure here and seems like it's going to continue downwards. Okay, the best thing we will want to do is to wait for price to retrace. Okay, let gold retrace from where we can now take advantage of that liquidity to continue that sell on gold. Let me see on 4 hours. Let me see what the trend is looking like and if really the trend has been broken, right? Well, price continues this trend. Look at it on 4 hours. On 4 hours, oil has actually been giving us this downtrend. Look at it. From this point here, price has been doing lower low. And right now, this is the third low from this place. 1, 2, 3. Right? This is the third low. So what we will expect price to do is to return. Okay, price will return towards the support it just broke. That support that price just broke, price will return to that place, and that place will act like a resistance. It will act like a resistance for which we can now follow gold to the downside. You understand? So yeah, if you are, depends on your risk, this thing, if you're a risk averse person, you know, you can scalp a say right now, looking at the way the market is moving and all that. You understand? But personally, I would prefer to sell gold, follow this sell on gold from around price 87. Price retraces towards $87. I'll look out for a sell from there. And if I sell from there, considering that price has broken this structure, at least I will sell till around 86.40. At least I will sell till around 86.40. I can't remember the buy limit entry. I didn't mark it. I mentioned it for the person asking for buy limit entry. I can't remember. You mentioned it so many times, so I don't remember. It's possible to scalp gold if the candle doesn't touch the EMA. That's it. It's a different thing from the strategy. So you know you can use another other strategy that does not involve the EMA. It's possible to scalp gold without this thing. But if you want to use the EMA, you start counting when your candle touches the EMA, right? So, like I've said, for gold, I would rather you sell gold from 87 point. But if gold does not retrace towards that place, if gold does not retrace towards that place and it gets to this point, I think that this is a good point for us to buy gold back. Okay, I think that's a good point for us to buy gold. So if gold does not retrace to that 87 price 87 before it breaks down to this place, if it doesn't retrace, I think a better place to actually trade, we can look out for a buy on gold, considering that it's like a at a verified resistance, you know. So I can buy gold if gold doesn't retrace to 87 price 87 before coming down. I can look out to buy gold from price 86. I can buy oil. I can buy oil from price 86 all the way back to 86.30. Okay, so I can buy oil from price 86 all the way to 86.30 or even more. You understand? Or even more. So first of all, I'll be looking out for a sell on oil at 87, price 87 or 87.02 as I have marked here, and I'll be selling till around 86.40. Okay, but if price doesn't go to that place and it breaks down and it gets to 86 without going up, it just rushes down to 86, I will look out for a buy from there. Look out for a buy from price 86, and I'll be buying till around 86.30 or 86.50, around that point. You understand? So that's how I will trade oil, right? So yeah, so that is that. Expecting that move, not going through some of the things we've talked about. We said that for some of these instruments, we expect some level of retracement before price pushes down, right? If that's not the case, right now US 30 did something like that. US 30 did something like that, but it didn't get up to the point we want it to before heading further down. You understand? So remember, for US 30, we still have a sell. You can actually scalp a sell now. Given with the way US 30 is behaving, you can scalp a sell now. And we have a sell from 38,315. Selling from 38,315 to around 38,250. Right? For for US 500, we were selling from 51.15. Selling from 51.15, right? Until we looked at AUD USD also. So AUD USD, we said we will consider itself from 0.65180 with around 20 to 30 pips, you know. For Euro USD, we said we would expect a sell from 1.07330. 1.07330. We'll sell from there and look out for at least 30 pips or thereabout. Okay. So remember, I think by 3 p.m. we have another high impact news. We have a high impact news that's coming out by 3 p.m. And that high impact news is on consumer confidence. So if that, first of all, just know that there's a news coming out in the next 24 minutes or 25 minutes. If that news comes out strong for the dollar, we can see some level of movement. So I expect this news to give strength to the dollar, actually. I expect, of course, I may be wrong, but I expect it to give strength to the dollar. And if it does that, I hope that Euro USD would have retraced to these zones to pick that sell for us, from which it will now head further down. Even gold itself also, we said, with the time price is going to wait for this news, expect that market will retrace towards those zones that we looked out for, GBP USD, those zones that we looked out for, so that it can peak volatility and come down once that news comes out, and if it actually favors the dollar like we're expecting, you understand? So that's it. Very importantly, I want us to note that some of the things we have talked about involves candlestick, or involves price structure, right? Most of the things we have talked about involves price structure. Has helped us to understand that once the structure of price changes, if price is on an uptrend, for instance, that uptrend means that it continues to make higher high. Once it makes a new high, it will most likely retrace towards the last high that it broke and get momentum to continue going up. So the best places to follow those trends are, when it returns back, you can follow it up. Or when it goes down, you can follow it. You understand? So sometimes it needs a lot of patience. It needs some level of patience to be able to pick a very nice entry that you can take advantage of in the market. You understand? So yeah, that's it. Now, for tomorrow is public holiday. Tomorrow is public holiday, but we are going to be having our normal MMR, our morning market review session. For the afternoon session, we might actually just stick to our WhatsApp channel. We use our WhatsApp channel to take advantage of that. Also, tomorrow evening by 7 p.m. By 7 p.m. tomorrow, we are going to be having FOMC. And we expect that FOMC will likely move the market by that time. Okay, so we'll be looking out for FOMC. This is it. And so if they release a rate that is higher than 5.5, the dollar will be strong. But if they release a rate that is lower than 5.5, the dollar will be weak. Okay, now, even if they release a rate that is exactly 5.5, the market will be mixed, but the dollar will be slightly weak. You understand? So I feel like that FOMC is what will actually weaken the dollar. Okay, why maybe NFP will now give it strength, who knows. But this FOMC is coming out tomorrow 7 p.m. So what will likely happen is that we are going to have that we're going to give market hints and all that through our WhatsApp channel. Even that tomorrow evening is going to be through our WhatsApp channel. So if you're not on the WhatsApp channel, you want to make sure that you are there. Okay, you can reach out to your account officers, but let me provide the WhatsApp channel once again. I don't expect that there is anybody who is not on the WhatsApp channel. Okay, but let me provide the link to the WhatsApp channel. Okay, so I drop it on the chat so everyone to see. This is the link to our WhatsApp channel. We want to make sure you're on the WhatsApp channel. We provide trade hints there as much as we can, and as well as we can, right? So tomorrow we'll still have the MMR with the same link by 8 a.m. But the afternoon session and the 7 p.m. analysis will be done on the WhatsApp channel. Okay, so make sure that you are with us. Okay, now for my people in Abuja, you know that we are always trying as much as possible to provide enough training, enough support as much as possible, right? But for people in Abuja, actually we'll be having a special training. Remember that we've been doing this training where we move from one place to another. About a week or two ago, I was at Oshogbo, and plan to stay this month. We'll still be at Akure, we'll be at Abeokuta, you know, and all that. But we will be in Abuja on Friday. We'll be in Abuja on Friday, 11 a.m. Okay, we'll be in Abuja on Friday, 11 a.m. And that Friday, we will be talking about the silver bullet strategy. Okay, we will be talking about the silver bullet strategy. For those of us who are in Abuja, please reach out to your account officer today. Reach out to them today to get the registration detail, because it's going to be by registration. So reach out to them today to get the registration detail for that silver bullet strategy. Okay, so reach out to them today. Please make sure that we've had training like that in Lagos already, although we'll still repeat it. But reach out to them today. Okay, for Friday we're having that special training. Now we will also be in We'll also be in Port Harcourt on Friday. On Friday, 10 a.m., we'll be having a special training in Port Harcourt also. So for my Port Harcourt people, please reach out to your account officers for the registration details for that training at our Port Harcourt office on Friday. Now, for my people in Ibadan, that Friday also, 10 a.m., we'll be having a special training. Reach out to your account officers for registration details for that. So that Friday, 10 a.m., we will be having simultaneous training in Abuja, Ibadan, and Port Harcourt. Abuja, Ibadan, and Port Harcourt, right? Now, like I said, this is just for this week. Next week, we will be touching, we'll also be touching other places. This month, we'll make sure that we are at Akure, we'll make sure we are at Abeokuta. We'll also be looking at Benin or Warri, one of the two places. So, you know, we're doing this to make sure that as time goes on, you know. So for those places I did not mention, you don't really need to come and chat and say, what of this place, we are coming. We are coming. Of course, when we come, in 2 weeks, 3 weeks to that time, just like this, I will also announce it. But that is our physical presence there does not really limit you. That's why it's an online thing. You're going to learn it online. You understand? So, for the person who says he needs an account officer, you can message me directly. You can message me directly with your email address, and I'll look into it. Message me directly. Don't send it to everyone. Just send it to me directly. We'll look into it. The person is saying WhatsApp link, please reach out to your account officer. Or if you can scroll up. I posted it not long ago. If you cannot scroll up, just reach out to your account officer and ask for the WhatsApp channel link. Okay. But yeah. So um uh yes, I think that is just Ibadan, Port Harcourt. Yes, so when we return tomorrow, we'll be on holiday, so our offices will not be physically open. But deposit withdrawal, you know, we'll be working on that. Remember that we have a high impact news tomorrow. You want to arm yourself with as much capital as possible to be able to take advantage of the market. Okay. Yes. So for yeah, I think that is that about that. Okay, that's that about that. For Akani, sorry if I mispronounced it. For Sunday, I say expecting you to private chat me with your email address. Okay, private chat me with your email address. Okay, so that I can work on your account officer. Okay. Um. Okay. Oh, yes, you know. Yeah, no problem. Well noted. Okay, yes, but that's the much for now. Thank you so much for your time. Have a productive day, and we'll continue again tomorrow morning by 8 a.m. Bye for now.